Hi there, and welcome to the Oberthal Farm Recap. As you might remember from last week's video, I tried Oberthal and fell head over heels in love with the map. As a result, I started streaming it on Twitch, and I figured that this would be a really cool way to give you guys on YouTube and those of you that might have missed anything on Twitch during the week a bit of a recap to see what it is I've been doing on this map and what I've got planned for the week coming up as well. So, sit back, relax, and enjoy the chaos that has been Oberthal Farm up till this point. Okay, so one of the main things that we did last week was get items acquired that would help me keep this shop area clean. The reason why I need to keep this shop area clean is because I use a third-party software site called Streamloots. Those of you who don't know what Streamloots is, it's a card system where viewers can purchase cards or get some cards for free, and they can then screw with my gameplay a little bit. They can make it so that they can buy items, as you can see here, that I don't really have a use for right now, don't really have a want for, but it allows me to spend money that I don't really want to be spending, slowing my progress down and just kind of messing with me a little bit. As you can see, even though we completely cleared this area after buying a flatbed trailer, got a telehandler, and we got the forklift, as you can see over there as well, they've already started refilling the shop up with tat. So at some point this week, for probably a single entire stream, I'm going to be spending my time just getting rid of stuff that I don't really have a use for. Another thing that we spent a very large amount of time doing on the farm last week was spent doing this. We were filling up this water tank. Now this is the Oberthal specific one. This holds 52,000 litres of water with a extension, and we've got a dolly trailer attached to it so that we can actually carry it with the tractor, and we were pulling it from the lake down here to the greenhouses up in the top area of the map. The reason we are making this journey is because one, we're cheapskates, and two, the greenhouses, especially on Oberthal, are really, really overpowered. If it was my own playthrough, I probably wouldn't use them, but because of Twitch and because of Streamloots and because of the fact that chat can make me disable them, as well as also just make me spend all the money that's coming in, having that reliable source of income, especially when it is so easy to get them all sorted, is really, really important. The reason why the greenhouses are so overpowered is because of how quickly they produce produce and how much they essentially make you. Each greenhouse holds up to 200,000 litres of water, and there is a little bit of a trick to it. You can fill the greenhouses up on here for money. So if you take water and fill a greenhouse up that you don't own, you will get roughly about £9,000 per 52,000 litres. So what I've been doing up until this point is I have been filling the one that I own, because I bought one for 10,000, then taking the extra to earn a bit of money and then buy the next one, right? Buy the next one along, rinse and repeat, and then you'll get to a point where the fourth one, usually you won't have enough money, so you'll take a full lot, get paid for it, and then buy the next greenhouse. Now, the reason why we've got so much money at this point is because of the fact that I slept, and I'm earning about £60,000 per day. I'm on a 4-day month cycle. If we have a look here, you will see all of the really cool things that you can do with these greenhouses. So these are modded. These are what come with Oberthal. These are Oberthal specific greenhouses. They hold 200,000 litres of water as opposed to normal like 20 or 30,000 litres that a normal base game greenhouse hold. And then you can also add things to them to make them produce more. And they're already overpowered. Like, I've only got water in them. But as you can see here, fertilizer, you get 25% buff. If you add compost, you get 25% buff. You add pallets, you get a 25% buff. And if you add seeds, you get a 25% buff. You don't need to do this. You can buy compost on the map and stuff as well. But honestly, they do. They produce so much money. It's mind-boggling. And we've only got one more to get. So here I'm going to get out and I'm going to buy it. I'm not going to bother going all the way down and refilling because I don't need to. I've got 60 grand in the kitty. Like I said, you can, if you so desire, if you don't want to make this journey on Oberthal, you can come all the way over here. And there is a water tank. It's not expensive, but you can fill up for a price here, and then you can go and just fill them up that way, which works as well. Like, I'll probably end up doing that when it comes time to refilling these. But honestly, I've been going since December in the game. And the very first one that I filled up still got 185,000 litres. So it's going to be about 6 months in game, running at a 4-day month before I'm going to need to refill them. On Monday, this will be the first task we're going to go. I'm going to continue doing it this way. I'm going to continue driving all the way back down to the lake, filling it up, and then driving up. It takes 4 transports, 4 times of doing it. It is a long process because there are hills. But for the most part, it's really simple, it's really easy, and it's going to make me a lot of money, which is going to allow me to not have to worry too much about chat screwing me over by making me buy pallets of herbicide or seeds or lime. Another area of the farm that I really wanted to focus on was this concrete area here. You've got many different concrete areas like this around Oberthal, and this is the one that I bought because it's closest to the first field that I purchased. It's only around 20 grand for the concrete, and then it's a nice flat level area that's a really good size. That means that you can start building out your farm from here. As you can see, all the equipment that we built and bought, some of it you wouldn't expect on a new farm, like the flatbed or the telehandler to go along with the forklift that we've already bought. It's more down to Streamloots kind of making that a thing. The baler there for the straw bale, the round baler because again chat make me buy stuff from the market, and then we've got our big boy harvester in the middle. Now another really cool thing that chat can do with Streamloots is make me buy animals. So I asked them which animal they would like to see me buy first, and naturally, unsurprisingly, they wanted chickens and ducks, which you can get with the Oberthal modded chicken coop. This chicken coop holds up to 1,440 either chickens or ducks, which is really cool. And they will sit and produce eggs once they've got wheat. So that's really what we're doing up here. That's the main focus. I do want to build it out with more animals this week if I can afford the pens. Because it just, again, it increases the amount of cards that chat can use. And I wouldn't mind getting a couple of garages or sheds up here just to really allow me to neaten everything up. Failing that, I will just make this all animals, and I will buy another piece of these concrete areas further down the map to store all of my equipment. However, for now, I can neaten everything up and have it at a nice blueprinted level to see what's what really, and to see how I want to continue. If we have a look at the animals that we've got here, as you can see, we've got a few already. We've got 3, 8, 9 chickens, and then we've got 1 duckling, 8, 7. We've got a fair few. The food capacity, I don't actually know what the maximum is. I've only got a couple of thousand litres because we don't have many ducks or chickens, and chat wanted them to start producing already. They are almost at puberty, some of these chickens, which means that they are going to start reproducing soon as well. It's going to be interesting. Luckily, a lot of the fields on this map are huge, so I'm hoping that one yield will pretty much fully fill this, and then we can buy a silo as well for other food sources and things for different animals that we're going to produce along the way. Lastly, we have my field. Now, I have made a couple of boo-boos on this field. This is field 32. The very first field that I bought when I started this map. Now, the first one was that I placed my resting point here because I didn't buy the concrete straight away. And I didn't place it quite right, which means some of the field has been somewhat ruined. It's not a huge amount. It's not a big boo-boo. It's fine. And the resting point is serviceable, although realistically if I was to start this map again, I would buy the concrete and put this resting point up there, and I'd probably choose a nicer sort of farmhouse. We got the first crop harvested when we bought it. It was spelt, which is a map specific crop, and then we've planted wheat so that I can get the chickens fed and we have gone through and weeded it where we're able. I wasn't able to roll all of it because I made another boo-boo where I started planting it on the very last day of the month. So when the month rolled over, even though I could still continue to plant, it was at different stages. So I'm just going to basically have to wait until the last possible month to harvest it all at the same time. But as you can see, it's a very, very big field. It should give me a really decent amount of yield. And then hopefully when we put that into the chickens, it will keep them fed for an entire year. And we can then start building out with profit to get more fields and more things. I've got big plans for this map, but a lot of the problem that I'm going to have is stream loots. I say it's a problem, but it's going to make it fun and chaotic. But chat is basically going to dictate everything. I want to get all of the animals that's available, and I want to get a decent amount of production going as well on some of these concrete parts, or at least to buy some of the pre-existing ones. It's going to be interesting, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the recap and the plans that I've got. And I will, if I don't see you on Twitch this week, see you next week again on Sunday when I do another recap video. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Ciao, ciao.